Well, ladies and gentlemen, so today we are embarking on our 11th Lord through house series. And what happens when the planet that controls your 11th house is sitting in the first house? And before we get started, if you do not know where your 11th Lord is placed and where all your Lord through houses are, for that check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light, including all my other new options there. So, 11th house. Boy, this is a very, very important house in terms of your material life. Because 11th house, what does it represent? 11th house represents your gains, your liquid gains in life. How much? So let's say second house is your savings and how you earn that money. 11th house is how much do you get out of that. You can be a janitor, and if your 11th house is really good, you'll be making $100,000. Like a janitor working at Google or Microsoft is probably making more than $250,000 because they started with the company when it was young. Or you can have a janitor working at an elementary school making $40,000 a year. All of this can be seen through the 11th house because it shows how much gains you'll have in life. Also, it represents how much results you will reap of your investments. Because 5th house is a house of putting money into investments, risk-taking in stock market, mutual funds, sports betting. But how much you will get out of it is seen directly opposite to the 5th house, which is 11th house. So, an 11th house is also known as the house of your elder sibling. It's known as the house of your fulfillment of hopes and desires. Whatever hopes and desires you have in this life, will they be fulfilled and how will they be fulfilled? Okay? So, when this planet, and especially let me tell you, 11th house is also your friends, your network circle, the people that you kind of have the ability to gain money through. Like your work colleagues who become your friends and they suddenly give you an opportunity to do something. You open up a bar together and you start making money from that. Okay? And obviously, as you know, the first house is a house of you. Represents your personality, body, health, ego, self-esteem. Everything about that is you. And now 11th Lord is coming into the first house, influencing you. Shows that your personality, your ego is shaped by your friends, your elder brother or sister, your network circle. And it shows your ability to get gains in this life depends upon how well you do with your network circle, how good you do with your network circles. The gain is not coming to you. Hopes and desires are coming to you. That means naturally you will gain in life. Naturally, you are the one who will be the catalyst of how much you will gain in this life. Usually these people may be born in wealthy families that are getting a lot of gains. They may be born in a situation where they themselves are like a network of connection through everybody else. Like everybody knows you. And you introduce other people to other people, and anytime you need resources, anytime you have some desire to do something, you can reach out to your network circles and make that thing happen. Shows you yourself will be the one who will fulfill their own desires, will fulfill their own hopes and wishes. Nobody else will do that. So usually you can see people who are kind of like self-made millionaires with this, because they know nobody else is going to provide them. It's you. It's coming to you. The gains are coming to you. Your elder sibling, your elder brother or sister is influencing how your personality is shaped while you're growing up. They influence how your self-esteem is out in the crowd. But because it's a house of gains and house of how your wishes are being fulfilled, shows that only through your hard work you'll be able to fulfill those hopes and wishes. And usually in Vedic astrology, this is known as a Dhan Yoga. Because anytime the planet of 11th, 1st, 2nd, 5th, and 9th house exchange each other houses or placed in each other houses can create a powerful yoga. And 11th house, as you know, is the number one house that shows how much money someone will gain. You can have two musicians. One will be making $1,000 a month. The other is making $1 million a month. And that happens on the 11th house. Now, obviously, I will not discuss what makes a person not gain money in this life. That's not something I want to do. So let's say if Sun controls your 11th house and Sun goes into the first house. Well, this is a bit of a tricky position because Sun here is debilitated, especially between 8 and 12 degrees. It's really, really heavily debilitated in Libra. And what this can show is that your elder brother or elder sibling kind of damaged your self-esteem and ego growing up. They might teased you, they might, said things to you that kind of like shaped your personality to be very introverted, somebody who's just, not out there confidently. Shows that you kind of got into the wrong crowd if your Sun was really debilitated. You got acquired, like the wrong people came up to you in your youth that kind of put you in the wrong situations. Perhaps got you in trouble with the government, which could be government put trouble with the law. Also, this debilitated Sun can show that your father kind of took your gains away. Your father was really dampened your spirits to have any kind of fulfillment of wishes and desires. Shows only after like your father passed away is when everything kind of became better. But really shows that if it was debilitated, things kind of went the other way. Now, if Sun is in Libra itself, shows you get influenced, your personality gets influenced by a lot of people who are very creative. You like to be involved in groups and in organized settings where your creativity is being expressed in this life, in this world. You have the ability to gain a lot of money through creative pursuits, the pursuits of being diplomatic in business, doing a lot of business partnerships you can gain in this life. And you can be an authority in the field of entertainment, in the field where you're doing a lot of business and trade with people. So you are able to do all these things if Sun is, not debilitated at its maximum degree. Let's say if Moon controls your 11th house and Moon goes into the first house, shows that mother kind of was very much a part of having you involved in network circles, having you involved in people and organizations. She's the one who pushed you to go out and be social and be vibrant with people. Shows that your elder sibling has been kind of like this mother to you. They have been the one who might have raised you emotionally, showed you how to deal with your friends and your network and how to really achieve things in life. So whether it's the mother or elder sibling, they will be this motherly figure upon your life. And because of the fact Moon is a benefic planet, a natural benefic planet, really shows that you have the ability to emotionally connect with people whenever it comes to social welfare, whenever it comes to healing a large group of crowd, meaning you are the kind of person who will go out of the way to help people, to cure people, to nourish people. And this is why these people can make great healthcare professionals. They gain a lot through people who might be sick. They may gain a lot through people who might need their advice and help and their nourishment. So someone with this position might invest their money in healthcare clinics, in just helping people in nursing homes, and that's how their investment can reap its results, by providing nourishment to a large group of people. Let's say if Mercury controls your 11th house, goes into the ascendant, shows first of all you love communicating with a large group of people. You love communicating with a lot of friends, and your elder sibling was really communicative with you. They're the one who kind of might have shaped how you communicate with the world. And you gain a lot through business. You gain a lot through your close friends and siblings as well. Shows you can gain through investments in stock market and speculative business, because Mercury is a karka of stock market and a stockbroker. Shows that you have the ability to achieve a lot of awards, achieve a lot of recognition through your mouth, through your speaking. Whether it's you being an actor, whether it's you being any kind of a public speaker, salesman, businessman, but whenever you speak, you gain. So remember this: anytime you speak, you gain. And especially when it comes to investments, they're very smart, they're very logical, very analytical, and they just have the knack for creating relationships that are very business-like. These people will create friendships with people they know they can do business with and gain a lot through. Let's say if Venus controls your 11th house, Venus comes into the ascendant. Well, these people gain a lot through women. If you have a lot of women as your network circles, you get influenced by them a lot. Women in a large organization may come to you a lot. You might be attracted to a lot of women, and you will achieve a lot of wealth through investing in things related to women. Whether you invest in a stock related to cosmetics or women's clothing, or you simply have clients as women, or you open up a business where a lot of your customers are women, or entertainment itself, or a creative organization, that's how you gain in this life. Your hopes and wishes come through regarding all your artistic pursuits. These people have, they have the wishes and desires to really, be expressing themselves artistically, creatively, through music. And so they have the ability to reap a lot in this life through things related to women. Like, even I have seen, actually mostly, to be honest with you, I've seen a lot of female or people who are lawyers with this position of Venus, and their usually clients are women, and they're either working in divorce, they're working in domestic violence, or any kind of field of legal field where their clients are women. So even if you're a doctor through second house, your clients might be women. But Venus here really helps you fulfill your wishes and desires, because Venus is kind of like the significator of hopes and wishes. Venus is luxurious life, what you want in this world. Okay, and this also shows that a person will gain a lot through wife. Anytime you get married, through either marriage, which is signified by Venus, or wife, signified by a female, whenever you marry, you gain a lot through your marriage. Whether you suddenly get married and you win a lottery, or suddenly you start getting money out of nowhere, is probably because of the fact you have this Dhan Yoga. And let's say if Mars controls your 11th house, and Mars goes into the ascendant, shows that you gain a lot through male sibling, male elder brother. Male elder brother was perhaps a very strong figure in terms of pushing you forward, giving you a strong willpower in this life to achieve anything you want. You have the ability to do business with people who are very authoritative, and you create a network of people who are very active, very physically active. You want to be part of a network circle that can allow you to be playing sports, and expressing yourself through physical activity. So these people can, be part of a large organization that plays sports, which is what you might be making your gains through a sports team, like some athlete. But at the same time, shows that you may also get into some power struggles with your network circle, because when they come to you, they're coming to you, and Mars represents, aggressiveness, violence. So if Mars is in a bad dignity, you may actually get into physical fights with your network circle. Like, how all these people, like if you see these shows like New Jersey, what is that New Jersey? So just like all these stupid reality shows where they're getting into physical fights, then they're eating each other next time. That's the kind of situations I have seen actually with people with displacement. They get into a lot of verbal arguments with their network circles. They will have a lot of power struggles with their network circles, but they cannot live without them. And their personality becomes really aggressive. They are very dominant people. Like anytime they go into a group setting, they want to take over. You will find these kind of people who are in a corporate field, with one of those bitchy secretaries or managers who on the first day of your work really tells you who's the boss. These are the kind of people who have that kind of a personality, and they can gain a lot through legal fields. They can gain a lot through field of investing in engineering fields or in engineering companies. They can also gain a lot through even military and government itself. And let's say if Jupiter controls your 11th house, goes into the ascendant, shows you get influenced a lot by network circle of people or your elder sibling who are very wise. You're attracted to a lot of mature network circle that is able to increase your wisdom in life, increase your knowledge in life. Your gains expand, especially in Mahadasha of Jupiter. You gain a lot through learning. The more you learn, the more you gain in this life. You like to invest in people who are educated. You like to invest in things that can increase your moral values. So these are the people that may open up temples. or people, you'll get organization coming up to you to ask you for money to invest in their religious or spiritual endeavors. And especially your elder sibling has become this beacon of wisdom for you. Anytime you need advice, you go to your elder siblings. Your investment, anytime you invest in somebody, like if somebody comes up to you, invest in them, in their company, and you invest, your investment expands. Because remember, 11th house is a house of investment. When you invest, it expands, because Jupiter is all about expansion. But you are all about, wanting to gain as much spiritual knowledge and spread spiritual knowledge for a large group setting. You want to be this wise guru in a large organization where people are coming up to you for advice. So they have this really social welfare type of attitude where they want to be the leader, but they don't want to be the leader for an organization that is just about mundane things. They want to be a leader where they can kind of like push through their spiritual and moral or even religious agendas. Let's say if Saturn controls your 11th house, goes into the first house, well, this can show is that you kind of do not really like being involved with network circles as much. You kind of have this very distant relationship with your sibling, your elder sibling. Either your elder sibling was separated from you at an early age, or you just had this relationship where no matter how much they come to you, the further you go away. Because Saturn is quite a heavy karmic planet here. And Saturn can show like uninterest and separation and coldness from network circles till your mid-30s. Shows you gain slowly in life. Your gains do not come at in one go. If you invest in a company, you have to invest in a company for like 15-20 years to really get the gains. And especially for these people, if they gain later in life, if they put investments later in life, they are much more wiser. These are the kind of people who may gain, if they gain a lot in life, they'll spend it right away. Because Saturn here has not given them the maturity of how to handle gains, how to handle network circles, how to handle people and in social situations. So socially, they're very, very awkward. And everything comes a bit later in life. And actually, these are the kind of people who may not actually have an elder siblings. They might be the elder sibling in the family. But their ego, their personality is really all about just being by themselves and doing things on their own, working hard. They know they were not born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They know they had to struggle a lot in their life. But the moment they reach their age of 30, 31, 32, they start to get mature. They start to understand. They suddenly start to get the maturity that someone might have had with Mercury controlling the 11th house in the ascendant. They start to realize, okay, I need a network circle to make money. I need people to help me in an organization. And the kind of organization they want to be a part of is the one that can help the unprivileged, that can help people who are handicapped, they can help people who, are really on social, like on welfare itself. You just want to help people and provide them with assistance. So gains for these people will come, but slowly in life. Okay, so guys, this is my analysis of 11th Lord in the first house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your 11th Lord is placed in all your Lord through houses, for that, check out the links here with all the other things. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.